If you have OCD like I do and you need everything to be perfectly in place before you start a new business venture, in this case a marketing or a SaaS agency, then this video is for you. The very first step in starting your agency, or kind of before you start your agency, is picking a business name. I like to use ChatGPT for this. Basically, we want to tell it a little bit about our business, what our offer is going to be, and then we could tell it to give us a list of names that match that. So I typed in, I have an agency offering AI and automation to small businesses. We offer AI chatbots and we also build them websites. Give me 10 agency name ideas I could use. And super quickly it spits out 10 different names that we could pick from. And if we don't like these, we could just keep telling it to give us 10 more until finally we land on one, or maybe we get some inspiration from one of these to create our agency name. I'm gonna go with this one, IntelliSite, and I'm gonna use that as my name. And we're gonna jump on to the next step, which is to buy our domain that we can hook up to a website. I like to use GoDaddy.com for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and paste in this name that we got from ChatGPT, and then I'm going to do .com on the end. You could also do .io or .ai. If you're an AI business, .io works really well for tech businesses. I'm just going to do .com for now because they're usually cheaper domains. We're going to hit search. And so it looks like IntelliSite.com is taken, but the IntelliSite.com is not. And so you can play around with this, add .io on the end, .ai until you find one that is available and not super expensive. Like this one is super cheap for the first year. I think after you check out and everything, it'll end up costing you about $13 or $14 for the entire first year. Don't add any of their add-ons. They'll try to upsell you on extra protection plans and things like that. Just deny all those upsells. It'll be somewhere between $12 to $14 for your entire first year. And then every year after that, I think it's like $20 a year. Once we picked our business name, purchased our domain, now we can create a logo for our business. There are two different great places we can go to design our logo. The first one is going to be Canva, which a lot of people are familiar with. Canva is a free software where you can build logos and designs and just different types of templates and things like that. You can see down here, it's what I use to build my YouTube thumbnails. Canva also has a paid plan. It's like $13 a month and you get some additional features. But I'm going to go to create design, and then I'm just going to select logo right here. And then over on the left, we can see a ton of different examples of logos that are royalty free that we could use for our business. Or we could go to elements, and if our business is about AI or automation, we could go to elements here. We could type in AI and then search that and just look at all the graphics. We could say see all right here, and there's a ton of different AI graphics that we could use for our agency's logo. Let's say we want to use this one of this brain right here. It'll import right into here, and then we can expand it, make it full screen. Maybe we don't just take this logo, but maybe we add some text below it, and we say, I'm going to paste in IntelliSite, which was our business name, and maybe this is your logo right here. And yeah, it could be as simple as that. Another great place we can go is Midjourney, which is an AI software. It's actually a Discord server that you join. You pay like $15 or $16 a month for it, and you can generate images that are completely custom using AI, and you can prompt it however you want. As you can see, these are some images I was generating before with Midjourney. You can also use it for very hyper-realistic photos and images that you can use on your websites and things like that. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna generate a new one. All you have to do down here, once you're inside of Midjourney, once you paid for the subscription, they'll give you access to their server, and then you can type in /imagine, and then you can type in whatever prompt you want. I'm going to say, give me a logo that incorporates AI and automation, black theme, minimalistic, and then I'm going to hit enter. It can take 30 to 45 seconds for it to generate. You can see right here it's loading and the percentage that it's loaded, but after about 30 seconds it'll give us 4 different variations that we can choose from. And just like that, here are 4 different variations that it generated. If we like one of them, let's say we like this 4th quadrant one, we could do U4 and it'll upscale the 4th one and make it larger, and then we can download it. Or maybe we like the 2nd quadrant here, but we want some different variations of it. We could click V2, which means variant 2, and we can vary this one and it'll give us 4 different variations. So I'll click that real quick. And so now it's given us 4 different variations of this quadrant 2 up here that we told it to vary right here. And then we can also just hit this redo button and it'll completely redo and give us 4 brand new variations. And the reason that we need our logo is because inside of HighLevel, the software that we'll use to run our entire agency and give to our clients so that they can use all the tools inside of it, we can white label the software, putting our own logo on it. You can see my WebJuice logo right here. I personally paid somebody on Fiverr to build my logo for me. I think I paid him like $30, $40, $50, and he gave me a bunch of different variations of my logo, which was awesome. So you also could go to fiverr.com and just hire somebody to build your logo, but you're going to want to replace the HighLevel logo with your own logo. So when you give your clients access to their own account, It'll have your logo and your branding on it. The next step in starting your agency, if you're in the United States, is to form an LLC, a limited liability company. This will help protect your personal assets. If somebody ever sues you for something that you did wrong, they can't come after your personal assets in your personal bank account. They can only come after the assets that are inside of your business accounts. So having an LLC will just protect you from any worst case scenarios. I use this site right here called busy.com, and you can click start my business and it'll allow you to form an LLC. Going through the steps here, you'll have to pay $100 to $150 filing fee depending on the state that you're forming the LLC in, but Busy will take you through the process of filling out the forms and creating that LLC. They will have upsells along the process that they'll try to sell you on, but if you decline all the upsells as you go through the process, you can create your LLC for just the filing fee of the $100 or $150 that you pay to your state. Once you've formed your LLC, which sometimes can be done same day or within 48 hours, then you can create a Stripe account. Stripe is where we'll process payments from our clients. We set up our Stripe account, all the income will come into Stripe, and then from Stripe we can deposit the income into our bank account and hook up a bank account, and it'll auto deposit every few weeks. Once you have your LLC set up, you can then put in that LLC information like your EIN number, which stands for Employment Identification Number. They're going to ask for that as part of signing up for your Stripe account. They're going to ask you to put in your business information, your LLC information, and then you can start processing payments through Stripe. So you'll just go here, click sign up now and go through the process that it takes you through. One thing I will mention, if you don't have your LLC set up yet, you could still do business and still collect payments. You can create a Stripe account and connect it to your social security number. So all the billing and payments will be directly through your LLC. And then one of our last setup steps is going to be to create your Google Workspace account. This is how you're going to create an email that says, for example, jasper@webjuice.io. You've probably seen these types of emails from professionals that you've worked with from different businesses. They're usually doing that through Google Workspace, where they don't have to have @gmail.com on the end. They can actually have the business name.com on the end. And so you're going to go to workspace.google.com. You're going to hit get started and go through the process of getting that set up. Now that you've purchased your domain, you'll have to do that first. They'll have a process where you can easily connect your domain to the Google Workspace account and create an email that you can now use for your business to send emails back and forth with your future prospects and clients. Next, we want to pick the niche that we're going to be selling our offer to. So we have a couple different categories here. We have the home service niche, which is a general niche. We have general/professional services, and then we have medical. So under our home services, we have plumbers, electricians, roofers, solar companies, pest control, landscapers, construction, HVAC, carpet cleaners, and a ton more that I didn't list out on this list. Under general/professional services, we have our realtors, our insurance agents, our mortgage brokers, accountants, financial advisors, lawyers, coaches, consultants, salons, spas, gyms, and there's obviously a lot more, but these are some of the common ones. And then under medical, we have dentist, chiropractor, doctor, medical spa, dietitians, physical therapists, eye doctors, therapists, and orthodontists. When narrowing down your niche, I don't recommend picking a general niche. I recommend picking a single one of these, like on the list below the general niches. And the reason I say that is because when we start working with clients, there's a bit of an onboarding period where we have to onboard and get everything set up for our clients. So let's say you get a plumbing client first and you set up everything for him and his plumbing company, and then next you land a realtor client. You're basically going to have to reinvent everything you did for the plumber because it's going to be completely different for the realtor. It's going to take you a lot more time to recreate that process that you created for the plumber for the real estate agent. And so if you pick one niche and you stick with it, it'll make your life getting clients, onboarding clients, and getting good client results super simple. Another thing to mention with niches, pick one that you're familiar with, maybe an industry that you've worked in the past, or you know somebody, friends or family that works in that industry, somebody you know that you could immediately help with your agency services, or just a niche that you're really interested in and you would really love to help. And then the last thing to keep in mind when picking your niche, make sure you're picking a niche that's decently easy to get in touch with. A lot of the medical niches, depending on the connections you have, they can be pretty tough to get in touch with if you're cold calling or doing some sort of cold outreach, because a lot of times they have receptionists and gatekeepers in the way. If you have a different method of acquiring customers like paid ads or really good email marketing or good organic social media content posting, then the medical niche could be a great route for you to go. If you're like, hey, I don't want to run any ads, I don't want to post anything on social media, I don't want to put my face out there anywhere, I just want to cold call and cold DM businesses all day, then it might be better to go with the home service or the general/professional services niche, because they're a lot easier to get in touch with on a cold call or a cold DM. So just think of how easy the niche will be to get in touch with, and the easier they are to get in touch with, ultimately the more clients you'll be able to land and the bigger you'll be able to scale your business. And then along with your niche, decide what you want to offer these businesses. Do you want to run Facebook ads, Google ads? Do you want to build websites for these businesses? That's what I do for my customers. Did you just want to sell them the HighLevel software and just give them access to the software? Figure out the niche you're going to serve and the offer you're going to be giving them, and create a mission statement for your brand. An example for my business is I help low-ticket appointment-based businesses get more leads through web design and automation. The options are endless with niches and offers, so make sure to choose wisely. Next up is to create good expectations of what you're going to achieve in your agency and how fast you want to scale. This is a pretty easy path to success right here on the screen. Get 1 client your first month. Month 2, you'll get 2 new clients. Month 3, you'll get 3 new clients. Month 4, 4 clients, and just add an additional extra client every single month to the amount of clients that you've gotten previously. So in this case, by the end of your first 6 months, you'll have 21 paying clients, paying whatever setup fee you want to charge. For my agency, I charge $2,000 setup fees on average for my clients' websites plus the software. Then on average for monthly, I charge $197 a month. You guys can recreate this for your offer and whatever you're going to be charging. But very conservatively and realistically, you could be making $16,000 a month by the end of your first 6 months if you stuck to this very conservative schedule and actually put in the work. But what's more important than just creating this plan is actually to put in some action steps in place. So if your goal is to get 5 new clients a month, actually list out how many cold calls, how many cold emails, how many cold DMs you're going to be sending every single day to achieve that number. And the best way to do that for yourself is just to test it out, see which type of outreach method is working the best. I have lots of videos on the best outreach methods that have worked for me, but it's different for everybody in the niche that you're reaching out to and the offer that you have. So make sure to test out how many cold calls you need to make before you get your first client, or how many DMs you need to send, or cold emails you need to send, or how much you need to spend on paid ads. Reverse engineer that, figure out how much it costs or how many outreach attempts it takes to get that 1 client, and then actually set up a plan. Okay, I need to do this much, or I need to spend this much on ads to get this many customers, and actually stick to that plan. And if you do it that way, you literally can't fail. And then the last step I'd recommend is reaching out to everybody on the contacts list on your phone, or going to your social media on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, just letting people know what you're going to be offering, to who you're going to be offering it, and just see if anybody in your contact list that's a business owner would be willing to trial your services. The reason I suggest this is because going into something new, you don't always know what's going to happen when you onboard a client, or just the entire process of setting somebody up with your services. So it's great to have a trial run with somebody that you know and that trusts you, because they're going to be more lenient if you make mistakes along the way. And you're also not charging them anything, or maybe you are charging them something, but you're giving them a huge discount. So they're much more likely to be a good client, a nice client, as you're making mistakes and learning for yourself. And then when you start getting real clients of people that you don't know, you'll have everything dialed in perfectly in place, and you'll know exactly how to onboard them and get them good results in their business. And that's literally everything you need to do before starting or as you're starting your agency. If you're just starting out and need more in-depth video tutorials on how to set everything up, you can get my website SaaS Masterclass down below. I teach you how to build websites for local businesses and also charge them a monthly subscription for hosting and for the software that's tied to their website. And also the best tool for any agency owners, it's the tool that I use all day, every single day in my agency, is GoHighLevel. And you can get a 30-day free trial of that down below with my affiliate link. If you sign up with my link, I'll give you 2 free Zoom calls a week for life, and I'll help you grow your agency and answer any questions that you have. And I also have $10,000 worth of free resources that I've worked on over the past few years that I'll give to you absolutely free. I appreciate y'all sticking through to the end. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.